What's up everybody, welcome to another episode of the greatest vlog in the world. My name is Jeff, your favorite tour guide in Madeira, and I'm back on the terrain, right? I'm back guiding people around Madeira. Today's my second day back, and today we're on a team building tour with Ser Realty, one of my favorite realty agencies. How do we say this? Real estate agencies here in Madeira, and good friends with the guys, and we're out today exploring and getting to know each other and helping you with all of these kinds of real estate questions and to show you a little bit of Madeira. I don't know where this is going yet, so let's rewind and get on with the beautiful day of adventuring. Para nós tirar esta oportunidade hoje para conhecer uns aos outros, fazem perguntas à malta, que tipo pessoas que temos nos nossos passeios, eles vão ter de certeza questões sobre a vossa área e o que é que está a passar, e eu estou muito curioso para falar com vocês e todos vocês sobre o que é que está passando, como empreendedor obviamente, mas pronto, é para curtir, é para falar, é para conhecer. A gente também estamos a aproveitar, estamos a fazer umas estradas novas hoje, portanto isto é uma espécie de Discovery Tour, um novo conceito que estamos a trazer ao mercado, que é nós a descobrir cenas novas e incorporar num passeio. Portanto, é um bocadinho de tudo, vamos curtir.
Hugo's outside the car.
What's he doing? What's he doing? What are you doing, Hugo? Today we're out with 4 cars. We've got the whole team out. Unfortunately, the only person that's missing is Fernando. Fernando, we miss you. We're doing a team building today with Ser Real Estate. Ser in Portuguese.
Mas temos que esperar, o gajo está na curva.
Qual gajo?
A banana.
Ele está a descer.
O gajo está mesmo na curva.
Fortnite banana.
Há sempre a gente parar aqui e dizer, olha André, desculpa.
Cut. He's learning some things, huh? Cut, yeah, he's learning some things. So we're waiting for the banana truck. We're going on the famous banana roads. Today we are trying some new things, but we're starting off with what we know. So we're doing a type of team building. You know, I don't like to be too motivated by team buildings. I think, you know, people getting out, catching some fresh air. You know, why would you come to a guy who's got the laziest job in the world to do a team building? Right? Like, my job is to have fun all day. We're gonna get the cars ready, we're gonna head off, we're going to Ponta de Sol, and then later I'm gonna be sitting down with Mike, we're gonna be answering questions about real estate. You know, we've got these guys for the whole day, so I wanna know what's going on in Madeira and all of that juicy stuff so we can inform you guys as well. So yeah, stay tuned, should be fun. In case you didn't know, I'm not a real estate professional, right? This is what we do. We take people around the island and we show people around. But from this YouTube channel, of course, we've been delving into these topics, everything from lifestyle, real estate, to tourism, to business, to everything on the YouTube channel. So where was I going with all of this? I've had more requests because of this content for people to see neighborhoods and where to live, so they can get an idea of what it feels like to be living in these areas. And usually what I do is I base a tour around the southwest of the island, because the southwest is what people prefer, right? Because the weather is better, there is a little bit more space, it's also a little bit cheaper than Funchal. But I've been doing these kinds of tours with people because of videos like this, and people have enjoyed it. I've even had 1 or 2 people that after they've done the tour with me, what I'm calling the real estate tour, or the neighborhood shopping tour. This is something that's coming soon to you guys, because I think this is a way that I can add value to show you all the little things that perhaps a real estate agent doesn't have time to do. So we're going to be chatting with these guys soon. We're in the southwest. Look at this Levada. This is Levada Nova, I think, isn't it? I haven't been here for a while. Is that Levada Nova, tu sabes? Levada. I believe it's Levada Nova. It runs across the southwest of the island. I haven't, to be honest, this is one of the hikes, one of the Levada walks that I haven't done. So believe it or not, there are things that we haven't done. And yeah, it's looking beautiful. And we're gonna go now up into the mountains to do some 4x4ing, to teach our boys some of the new roads and to show these guys what we do. So stay tuned. We're gonna pick their brains in a bit. It's gonna be fun. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go 4x4ing. Mike, how's your English?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty solid.
That's why we like Mike. So this is Miguel Nunes from Ser Realty, aka Mike.
AKA Mike.
Which I love your Instagram handle, Mike Resolve.
Mike Resolve.
One of the best Instagram handles out there. And Mike, today, welcome.
Thank you.
Today we're pulling off this idea that I had a long time ago to like interview people in the car. I always had imagined that I could do like a podcast in my Jeep, you know? What everybody wants to know, what is going on in Madeira? Is the price inflated, or is this a new norm, or is it going down? What's your perspective on this whole story?
First of all, thank you for me being the first to have podcast inside your Jeep. Regarding your question, I think we need to go back to 2008 to 2016 when we had this global crisis from the subprime, and this made big change on how we handled mortgages and how we handled real estate.
Right.
So if you bought a property for 200,000, it will be evaluated at least 250, 270, and that gave you a chance to get some more credit on it. So that was the main issue with the subprime. When banks started closing and mortgages started to not be able to pay, rates went up, and then
as in 2008?
2008 from 2014, 16.
Okay.
And this was a big recession on real estate, and big opportunities came to those who had equity and who had some money to spend, and all mortgages were redone and remade so that never again people would lose their homes, and the private client would be able to buy his home but would have to invest some of his money on it. So this changed, and now you need to put up front at least 10 to 20%. So now we have a different perspective on how mortgages should work. But still, it's a very Portuguese cultural issue that we buy houses depending on the price of the monthly payment and not the price of the house. So this makes that the prices will be rising depending on demand and supply.
Right.
And now we had a period of time from 2017 where we started to build trust again on real estate, and people started buying and the banks opened up the doors. But then there was not that much supply and there was lots of demand, so prices started rising. And also we have another effect, is that 10 years ago, Madeira as a whole started making a different and better investment in terms of real estate. Really big builders like, are we supposed to say names?
Of course, yeah. Soci Correia.
Soci Correia, AFA, and many others started building different kinds of buildings that would have a different kind of quality. 10 years ago, we had a price range going from 2,500 per square meter on a new a unit, and these days we go up to 9,000. 9,000 per square meter is the price of Lisbon, downtown Dubai.
So this is my question. Is Madeira now coming up in level? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that we're coming up in quality and we're coming up in level, and we're supplying a demand that had been searching for different climate, different hospitality, and different place to have their home away from home, or to have their main residence that would have ocean and mountains and good food and good people. So we became attractive.
Yeah.
And everything that becomes attractive becomes expensive.
I mean, we already
Not us two.
we were already born attractive.
We were born like that.
And just like Madeira, really, you know, like whenever I talk about these things, like I get locals who tell me, "Oh, please stop promoting our island, because then, you know, because people are coming in and they're buying." And then on the other side, I've got Americans and Canadians and English that are coming over, and they're saying, "Well, we don't want to be part of this. Like, we don't want to be seen as these people who are robbing locals of their things." You know, what is your thoughts on that about life becoming harder for the local? You know, do you have any opinion on that?
Actually,
I'm sorry, these are already tough
No.
questions.
No, not at all. It's kind of funny that we have data from INEAD, it's the National Statistics Institute, and it's funny that 22% of sales last year is targeting to non-residents. I'm not going to say foreign, but not residents.
Non-residents. Okay.
So residents
Only 22%?
is 78%. So 78% of the market is resident responsibility, and it has a very natural cause, is that supply is low, demand is high, and people are changing. So if 22% of the market is foreign or non-resident, it doesn't have an effect on the global prices. Indeed, most of these clients, non-resident, buy properties over 200.
Right.
The average in locals is between 100 and 200,000. But this is what changes the market. Because if you start, if you think about the pandemic effect,
Right.
people realized that not having a balcony at all, or having a small balcony and one bedroom,
Was restrictive.
was really restrictive, because you bought lots of gym equipment because you want to train, but you don't have where to put it.
Right.
You want to take the kids outside because you're going crazy, because they're inside the home, and you want space. So we started as a community to search for homes that had large open spaces, large balconies, terraces on the top floor, ground floor apartments with a large terrace, and
So
demand was high.
Space became more important.
Space became more important. It's actually the residents that are increasing the prices, because we're buying and we're selling a lot.
Right.
But the foreign market, the non-resident, is really important. We have to think that in 2 to 3 years' time, we're going to have a new hospital,
Right.
a university hospital.
Yeah.
That's going to have specialists from the US and from other countries coming in. They're going to spend money.
Yeah.
They're going to have rentals, buy houses, go to restaurants, go to local services, buy local food, local groceries, and this brings money to the economy.
Yeah.
Those people are also going to use the mechanics with the shops, the cars, with the auto stands. So this moves the economy in a way that doesn't only have to do with real estate.
Right. What I like to say very often is to people when they say, "Oh, you know, how do local people see us?" I always like to say, look, if you are coming over and you're buying a place or you're setting yourself up, if you have the opportunity to give back, then that's what you want to do. You know, you want to shop local, you want to maybe empower locals, you know, maybe you want to invest in people's businesses or help people grow their businesses or things like that, because we're going to have different minds coming over here, and that's what we're going to do. Before we carry on, we're going to stop off for a quick pit stop, and maybe we're going to move on to some more touristic stuff now, right? So we're going to show you some more beautiful things, so don't go away. If if you've been following the channel for a while, then you know that we've been working on some secret tours, and something that we are launching. In fact, next week we are doing a secret tour, our first secret tour, with a group of Hit the Road family, who of course are going to love it. And this tour includes a barbecue, so an authentic Madeiran style barbecue, Hit the Road style. So today we're practicing with these guys, and we're gonna do a barbecue, an espetada, not an espedata, right? It's not how we say it, it's espetada. And yeah, espetada, bolo do caco, salada, there's some beers, some wines, of course, the drivers. We have to stick to water, or Coca-Cola or something, but it's gonna be cool. I wanted these guys to do a little bit of a walk here, but the views aren't really so nice. So we're changing plan, and we're gonna head off to the barbecue, and maybe after that, we can do something more. So let's have some fun with the barbecue, and we're gonna carry on speaking to Mike after that. I actually just realized that I didn't tell you guys why Mike is with us and why I actually like Mike, right? So I was trying to buy a house last year, trying to sneak away and buy a house. I learned one thing, so whenever you're trying to like cut corners, doesn't usually work, right? So we tried to cut corners and buy a house, it didn't work, but I did find a house that we thought we'd like in Monte, and I saw that Mike was the realtor. I knew him from the gym already, and I know already that Mike is part of the 5 a.m. club. Long story short, Mike works, he hustles, and this is one of the things that I find, you know, and I could get into trouble for this, so all my other realtor friends, I'm sorry, but I find that some realtors can be quite lazy in Madeira, you know, following up on people, asking the right questions. And I knew when I was speaking to Mike, when we went to go and see the house, I was very frank with him that I didn't like the house. And he asked all the right questions. He followed up with all the right suggestions. And I noticed a professional, somebody who's coming to Madeira to buy a house or to move here or to rent here or something. If you could give them 1 or 2 tips, what do you see, you know, people doing wrong coming here, or what should people keep in mind when coming to Madeira to look for these things, you know, just so we can help our audience?
My first tip would be, before getting to know what Madeira is, where do you want to live, what you want to do, I think that you should find someone that you trust, and someone that you trust would make questions about you and not questions about the business.
Sure.
So what I mean is, if you go online and find 1 to 10 real estate agents, stick with the one that makes good questions about yourself, what you like, what you dislike. How do you feel when you're at home? How would you like to feel coming to Madeira and being at home in Madeira? And what are you looking for on personal experience? I'm gonna find different climate, different situations, different wind directions. Today it's sunny, tomorrow and on the same day or tomorrow it's gonna be windy or raining. I wanna know what I'm gonna do on a day-to-day. What's my business? What's my kids' life going to be, what school's going to be like, what do we do as a family, if we like beach, if we like countryside, if we like to be close to school or close to services or amenities or whatnot. That would be the first tip. The second one is don't go house shopping on your own. It doesn't work because we know things about houses that people that buying houses don't really know about. And this kind of follows up on the first one. You need to find someone that you trust, and he'll be real to you. He'll say, okay, this house has this fits with you and this doesn't. So if you feel like it, don't buy this one. Let's find another one. And take your time. We were at this poncho place now, right?
Yeah.
And it took him a good 45 minutes to make a poncho.
Right. Because it's the perfect
Half of us were saying, oh, it takes too long. I don't want to wait. I don't want to blah, blah,
maybe
blah.
more than half of us.
And I waited at the inside for the poncho, and I was checking out what he was doing. And my question is, do you want to have a Rolls Royce built by hand or a Fiat
exactly.
built in
It's
series?
quick. Yeah.
It's quick.
Yeah.
It is, but as soon as it's 6 months old, you're squeaking and it doesn't really feel
Yeah, it
new.
doesn't feel new anymore.
Yeah.
Very good, very wise words from Mike here. Guys, follow Mike. All the links are down in the bottom. Ser Realty, Mike Gezolf, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They are the experts, and I can vouch for these guys. And
Thank you.
on that bombshell, we'll see you next week at another episode of Hit the Road Madeira, the greatest vlog in the world. André,
What's at the road?
let's hit the road. Yeah, went well. Já posso desligar?
Even better.
Beep.